my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all its beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning.
Been in here and people are roaring with laughter, so.
It's a dirty show, though.
Well, it's clean dirt.
You have here the best of the best.
Yes.
So we have many celebrity here. The Harley Madison come over here, and the Usher come over here many often, and the Paris Hilton come here.
Boy, I'm dating myself, but it's okay. Nobody else will. Oh. That's so Vegas.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. If you think about that, I mean, go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on here at St. Jude, and that's beating this thing.
Welcome to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christine McKellar. I am here in the fabulous and fantastic Las Vegas Arts District. Don't you just love it, Maria?
I love it. Every minute of it.
Yeah, and I have the fabulous and fantastic Maria Horta here. Maria, you're the general manager of a really kicking it darling restaurant, very popular restaurant, right in the heart of the real Las Vegas, down here on Fremont Street, and that's Therapy Restaurant.
Correct. Thank you so much for having me, Christina. And yes, I am in a therapy at the Fremont Street, corner of Las Vegas Boulevard, between 6th and Las Vegas, right on the street.
Right. I like going there because after you have a full meal and a lot of your excellent cocktails and your libations, you can take a walk.
Absolutely.
Down
and you
through
have
Fremont.
the live show in Fremont most of the days, and then the flip. What was the name? The
zip line.
The zip line.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it is excited.
It is exciting. I haven't done the zip line yet, but you know, the year's young, and so are some of us. So tell us a little bit, your specialty at the restaurant. I mean, you're in charge of so many things. You have a wonderful chef there too, Chef Talon. Too bad he couldn't be with us here today, but at some point we may have him on as a guest.
Absolutely, yes.
So you make a lot of fantastic whiskey creations and beer creations. You have a masterful touch with the cocktail end of it, and I've sampled whatever that mudslide was that you made.
A therapy shot. The therapy shot, yes.
It was fantastic.
Kahlua, Baileys, and bourbon.
And what was in the bottom of that?
It's a cherry. It's a maraschino cherry.
Yes, but they've been brandied or something.
Exactly. It's delicious for dessert and for a little shot.
Oh, it was wonderful. I had a couple of them actually, so just because they were so delicious. It's that little zing in the back too.
Absolutely.
You have a beautiful bottle here, and we sampled a little touch of this. I'll have another sample of that. Tell us a bit about this. This is the Smoke Wagon
Therapy bourbon.
Therapy bourbon.
Exactly. We just launched this last Thursday, officially launched for Vegas. You can only have this bourbon at the Therapy Restaurant.
Wow.
And it was done by Nevada Agency Distillery and the owner Aaron with me. And I wanted to have something unique for my restaurant.
Interesting. So did you work with the distiller to create the flavor and the...
Absolutely. I worked directly with the distillery, with the owner, my bar manager and my bar leader. We wanted to have a little time at the distillery. We test every single one of the barrels, mix and match, a little bit of the a year, a little bit of the 2, this no, a little bit more corn, a little bit more rye, until we have the perfect whiskey and bourbon for our restaurant.
Interesting. So then it's distilled, correct?
Correct.
And how long does that take? Has this been a process for you?
This has been going on. I took over this project 3 months ago. However, the bourbon that we have in here is an 8-year mixed with 4 years. So this distillery has been around for quite a bit. It's a Nevada local distillery.
Anne Marie, I love the bottle. I mean, it's a beautiful bottle, but the content is even more important.
Cheers for that.
Cheers to that. So you are working with a Nevada distillery to create a custom distilled whiskey for therapy.
Correct.
So a little bit about the process. process there? You used a blend of whiskeys?
Yes, we decided, me and my team, we went to the distillery, Nevada HE Distillery, and we test all the barrels, and we mix an 8-year-old with a 4-year-old. I give it the 8-year-old, I give it the body and the warm of the bourbon, and the 4-year, I give it the spiciness. It's a 60% corn, 36% rye, and 4% barley. So it has a little kick, but it has a little hazelnut and chocolate in it, and the color is a caramel.
Beautiful.
It's unique for our restaurant.
Well, you know, whiskeys are like wines. A lot of people don't realize, and even beer. It's everything. Oh, well, speaking of beer, you also have a therapy beer, don't
Correct.
you?
We have a therapy dark beer, and also exclusively for therapy. We can we pair with an Abel Baker, the brewer. James, the owner, and we did the same process.
Another Nevada brewer.
Another Nevada brewer. That was our main goal, to get Nevadians more business.
Right.
More business here, local. And I wanted to make sure that the locals and the small business get the attention that they deserve for the amazing job they do.
You know, it is amazing, and we've got vineyards here in the surrounding the valley, and now we have our own distillery, and we have a brewery, and of course there is a difference between, so whiskey's distilled, beer is brewed, and wine is fermented. Is that how that goes?
Correct, and I'm planning to get a wine very soon. So the wineries around town, please come and see me at therapy.
I have somebody you can talk to. We did a tour of a vineyard just last week. The one out in Pahrump. Had a lovely time with the owner, Gretchen, and they're producing some wonderful reds. Really interesting, but we'll talk about that on break. We're going to talk a little bit more here, of course, about therapy. I love the bottle, too. So is this a unique design?
That is a unique design for a smoke wagon, the distillery itself. And the main purpose is that when they used to make whiskey and bring it with a smoke wagon, that is what the original bottles used to look in the 80s, 100s, and so. We wanted to have something classic and to remember what was all the bourbon about and the story about, the handcraft part of it,
right,
of the business.
Exactly, because Kentucky, we have an illustrious American history with that.
Yes.
Going back to the Kentucky bourbons and things of that nature. So
Correct.
It's a gorgeous bottle. I love the label, too. How did a beautiful, sophisticated woman like you become so involved with the beer and the whiskey and the wine end of the, and it's a great restaurant too. So
thank you, I appreciate that. I have a background, a different background in northern food industry and chemical engineer, journalist, and different in psychology, different degrees in my country, where I was born in Argentina. However, when I came to this country, was a passion about give a service and hospitality. And then when I took over this location therapy a year ago, Jared Weiss, the owner, gave me the possibility to take care of his baby.
Oh.
And the baby was therapy. And so I take care of that the same way that I take care of my family. And that is why it makes it different.
Yeah, you have all kinds of new things on the menu, and a lot's going on down there.
Yes, we try to be different at what everybody else is doing. If the Strip are going to, the Las Vegas Strip are putting a jazz music, we're going to put salsa. We want to be different and get in a statement and listen to what the Las Vegas local wants to have.
Right. Do you get a lot of locals?
The majority of our guests are local, and they are understanding that the Strip and that the Fremont, it is for them. And that's where the heart of the Vegas is. That you and I, we talk about it. The heart is in Fremont. That's where everything started it.
Right, exactly. And I remember that because I moved here in 1980, and that was before a lot of the big, huge properties came in. And it was more intimate. You know, there were just, you knew people. You knew the maitre d's by name, and they knew you. They'd even know what you were drinking before you even got through the door, you know, and then it kind of became corporate. So had you ever worked in this type of environment? I want to say by that I mean Las Vegas is such a unique animal. And coming from Argentina, of course, you had a lot of beautiful and sophisticated establishments, but this is a gambling town. And I kind of... I like the way the bottle and everything, you're trying to bring back that essence.
Yes.
You know, time is going so fast, so I'm having a good time, but we're taking a break, and I have to give a quick shout out to my sponsors. So a quick shout out to the Red Roof Inn. They're on Paradise. They're close to the airport, close to the Strip, and they're pet friendly. Don't go away. I'll be right back with Maria Horta. We're going to talk food, whiskey, beer, and a lot more. We'll see you in just a minute. Well, hey there. Welcome to That's So Vegas. This is our new studio in the famous Las Vegas Arts District, downtown Las Vegas. We're here to rock your world. And I was going to ask you how it felt to be breaking good here at the Bellagio for the National Center.
What you did.
Your last CD was My Secret Life. I wanted to ask you what your secrets were. Tune in and turn on with us in downtown Las Vegas. This is where the action is, and That's So Vegas. Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christine McKellar. I'm here with Maria Horta. We're having a really good time and a little therapy going on. Cheers to that. A lot of locals know and love therapy. It's downtown on Fremont Street, just, minutes away from the whole Fremont Street experience. So I've enjoyed it because the food is so good. And also, having some of these delightful cocktails along with the food, you want to kind of walk all of that off a little bit before you drive home or head out back into the... So I was loving the story you were telling us in the first segment. You're working with, and this everybody appreciates, with Nevada Distillers.
And Able Baker brewery, yes.
And the brewery with your wine, and you're looking into some local, the brewery with the beer, but you're looking into some local vineyards for wine.
Correct.
So, on top of, and you're the general manager, so you are on top of everything. On top of working with these companies, you work closely with Chef Talon as well.
Very close with Executive Chef Talon Lancaster. We have been working together since I took over the location a year ago. And he creates amazing dishes with the focus of the different month. Like this month was the bourbon, so he has created amazing dessert with it, which is a banana chocolate pudding with a caramelized banana on top and a caramel salt bourbon dipping sauce.
Oh,
that comes
down
with it.
Now. No, I'm kidding. That just made my mouth water.
Absolutely delightful. And we have a new menu also. We have cocktails, and we have also coffee machine, espresso machine. He had amazing pork belly with a barbecue sauce. He always get a little spiciness, and we change the seasonal. Every season, Chef Talon create new dishes according to the weather, according to what the Vegas wants to have at that moment, and we listen what a customer wants.
And I do like, and I have sampled some of his creations, I like how he does combine the different flavors. You have a little salty, a little sweet, a little spicy. I like spicy. Some people don't. But
his passion is French cuisine.
Oh.
That's his passion.
Oh, there you go. So, and yet you bring more of a Latin flavor to it.
Correct, more the Latin and European. I was born in Argentina, but I was raised in Italy, and I traveled in many places in America and Europe and Latin America. So I have a background of many different countries. And no accent at all. My accent is not here.
No, would never. It's very European. And I probably have a Western drawl or something, although I moved here from upstate New York. Well, you never would know. Now, you're open for lunch and dinner.
Correct, 11 to 11.
Till 11 at night. You also have entertainment, correct?
We have a live entertainment music Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And we also do art shows. And we are welcome any artists that would like to have a space to exhibit the amazing art that they do.
Oh, good.
We do a periodic every month. We team up with the Las Vegas Art Academy. We team up with the Neon Museum. We team up with Sapos. We team up with the Downtown Project. So we have many different projects to help the community and give the space that the Nevadians need to show what they have.
Right, and it's becoming increasingly more popular, I think, downtown in the Fremont area. You have some great ideas to help us develop this area out, making it a little bit, almost bringing a European flair to the downtown area where you can walk through various streets, and
that's my main goal, Christina. And I would like to have like a little feria or a little market at Fremont Street between Las Vegas and 6th Street. It's a community effort, and that I am working on it, and hopefully we can make it live and have a good time with all of us.
And Tony Shea's a patron of your restaurant. He was there the other night. I attended a really nice little media event. That was a lot of fun. You had quite a crowd there.
Yes.
We were sampling. Tell us a little bit more about your therapy drink, the one with the cherries
We
in it.
were sampling our therapy shots, which has the Baileys, Kahlua, a bourbon, and a maraschino cherry on the bottom. We were testing our therapy dark beer and our sun therapy cocktails as well, and hors d'oeuvres that we pass around with the chef talent.
Right, there was a chicken meatball.
Chicken meatballs, there were the pork belly, there
pork
were,
belly.
yes, and we have a bruschettas, and we have some ceviches. Shrimp
Ceviche, that's very popular. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely,
It's like-
especially in summertime,
Right.
hot weather.
Yeah, it is getting hot. It's getting up very hot. So, predominantly, do you get a lot of like businessmen down there at the lunch hour? I'm just kind of curious because we talked about other restaurants in the area that like the legal.
Yes, we are a sponsor of the Smith Center. We are a sponsors of Saposol. The community of this business come at lunchtime and spend a good time with us. The police department love us very much as well. All the lawyers and offices around downtown. It is the nice spot to have a nice business meeting or friend meeting in our restaurant.
And tell us how the name came about.
Therapy. Jared Wise and Laura Wise, his wife. Laura is a therapist herself, psychology. Mr. Wise is have a realtor estate. For him and his family, being around food and friend is his own therapy. He
Nice.
wanted to share that with Vegas and wanted to have that in downtown because it's very important for everybody in our restaurant to get Vegas and Fremont Street and promote downtown.
Interesting, because there is a lot going on down there, and I'm guilty. I mean, I tend to forget about downtown, but now that I'm here and we have the studio here, and we really do love it here.
Yeah.
You know, the arts district, you have the container park, you have, we can even walk to a couple restaurants that I remember were here back in the 80s. So
Absolutely.
the staying power, we had Mayor Goodman here on the show. She's very supportive. We'd love to have Tony Shea come on and talk a little bit about maybe even helping you establish this dream.
Exactly.
So you're talking with other business owners?
For the
and,
other business owner, some of the team members of Tony Shade and some of the cities, it's a lot of permits, a lot of requests, but we're going to make it happen.
And where do you see this corridor being? I mean, would you like be Main Street or how would you?
I would like that Fremont Street itself, from Las Vegas all the way to 6th Street, and do it like a once a month kind of event, same as the first Friday for the arts on Main Street.
Right.
Certainly different day. We don't want to take business away from nobody. We just want to get better and more to do for the locals and the tourists at Fremont.
Do you get a lot of kids coming in? Like the parents bring in the
Yes,
really little kid. I mean, because the food there is so good. It was just like, it's not just like for romantic dining. Or,
Yes, even though we have a full bar, it is a great place for family and mothers with the children that they are waiting for the husband to gamble or to watch a show. They can have a great time at the restaurant, and we customize the food for each kid because the kids can be picky eaters
Yeah,
at
that's
times.
true. Yeah.
We don't have a kids menu, but we customize each of the kids' needs.
Oh, okay. So if they just want a plain burger with a
That's what we do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 2-story there. So that's kind of fun too. You know, you have that 2 levels.
To a
of that.
story, we have a loft area that can do a private event as well. We
good.
do weddings. We do a lot of charity events, fundraisings, you name it. We're going outside of the restaurant, inside. Anybody that wanted to have some charity event for kids and women, please come to see me.
Oh, excellent. So Safe Nester, things of that
Absolutely,
nature. Yeah, they're
yes.
one of my favorite nonprofits as well. We're going to have to take another break because
right.
I don't know if it's the fumes of the whiskey or we're just having way too much fun. Another shout out to the Red Roof Inn. I think I already said they're pet friendly, but they're close to the Strip and the airport. Good people, love them. They keep me on the air. How could they be bad?
Absolutely
We'll be
great.
right back with Maria and some therapy. See you in a minute.
See ya.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all, not one bill. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Welcome Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christine McKellar. I'm here with Maria Horta. I like saying that because I can't really roll my R's, but I try. And we're just having a delightful time discussing a delightful eating establishment on Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas, called Therapy. Maria's been in charge. How long have you been there now?
I've been here for 1 year now.
1 year, but you've implemented a lot of things. She's working, which we love, with local brewery for a special beer, distillery for a special whiskey,
correct,
and also with an eye in the future towards a special wine from maybe a local vineyard. So therapy is more than just, we were talking about how the owner and his wife felt that the therapy of love and companionship and eating and drinking and the restaurant's great. You accommodate children. You have a lunch and dinner. So tell us some more and tell us about your website because...
Sure, we have a great information on the website. You can find our menus in there. You can find pictures of our food. You can find pictures of our restaurant. You have a contact form in there that you can ask for about private events, weddings. We can do inside of the restaurant or outside of the restaurant wedding, customized menus for each of the event, private or with the open restaurant. You can get up to 150 people in there.
I didn't know that. So do you have seating outside as well?
We do not have seating outside. We have only a second floor, which is seats 50 guests, and on the main floor it seats another 100 guests.
Also, by outside, you mean more catering?
More catering, correct.
Okay,
like you want to have a party at your house, our chef goes to your house and cook for you.
Or a launch party for a TV show that's downtown. We
do a lot of charity events as well. Our chef set up the table, and anywhere that the event will be. We do a lot with the Smith Center, with Pigs for Kids, Refugee
Tell me about
for
that, the Pigs for Kids. What could that possibly be?
That it was an excited event that we did this year. It was a big event in a park, and they do a lot of barbecue. Different places do a barbecue, and all the money that is found, it is for kids.
Oh, that's wonderful, for education and things of that nature.
Education and healthy, yes, to get them better.
Wow, so you work closely with Chef too when it comes to creating. How would you marry the shot drink? Is that more a dessert thing?
That shot is more than a dessert, like a cordial at the end of the dinner.
A cordial for the end of the meal.
Like instead of a limoncello, the Italians, they get a little amaretto, we do the therapy shot.
And your beer, is it on draft?
The beer is on draft, absolutely. It's a double IPA. It's a 7.6% proof, and our whiskey, it is a 116 proof.
Whoa.
Very, very strong.
No wonder, the fumes alone.
Yeah, and the beer is a double IPA.
Oh, that's lovely, though. And we mentioned another really cool thing about the restaurant. It's so close to the Fremont Street experience that you can enjoy. You can enjoy a couple cocktails, and you can indulge with some food, and then you can go walk it off or go on the zip line, or there's a lot of things in the area that,
And then you can go down somewhere other places around us.
Yes. So it covers a lot of ground, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I have to say, and I'm going to throw this out there because it's still a bone of contention, parking. You have some parking down there that isn't quite as extravagant as it's becoming on the Strip. So
absolutely.
Do people validate parking in certain areas?
They do. We have a valet parking in the hotels around us. There is a meters. There is a free parking on the streets itself. It is very comfortable for our locals to come and join us for dinner.
And it's a convenient location. So what is your favorite something say on the menu? Do you have anything?
One of the most popular items, the artichoke crab there is being renowned. We were in the Food Paradise Travel Channel because of our red velvet chicken and waffles and our fried mac and cheese.
Whoa,
and
seriously?
It's still going on live. January, February, every month we are on TV.
Run that by me again. A red velvet waffle?
Red velvet chicken and velvet waffle.
Oh, whoa.
And a fried mac and cheese.
And that was a creation of Chef Talon?
Chef Talon.
Oh, that's interesting. His mind does work in mysterious ways, doesn't it? And which one of those is your favorite?
My favorite, it's a challenge, a little bit piece of both heavens, but I will go for the chicken to have a whole meal.
Oh, I'm going to have to try that one day. So, and those are served for lunch
and dinner. Lunch and dinner.
Do you have a happy hour as well?
We have a happy hour, 2 to 5, and then a happy hour reverse. It's every day except Fridays and Saturday, where that means 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. We have a $3 beer, $3 shot, $4, $5, and we have great bartenders that give you a great time and a great service.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Again, now that I am down here, so you're open on Tuesdays.
We are open open on Tuesdays. And our bartenders are mixologists, so you remember a drink that you have years ago, we'll recreate it for you.
Excellent. That's really good to know. Do you have a favorite bartender? No, you can't even
We
say
have
something like that.
we have all of them.
You
They're
love
fantastic.
them all. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show. This has been delightful. Again, as a favorite spot of mine, therapy, we can all use a little therapy of that sort, you know. And I, again, personally am thrilled that how you're incorporating locals. You know, we're getting the Nevada distilleries, and they're really making a name for themselves, these vineyards. And welcome to the chef and everybody downtown. And I hope your dream comes true for a downtown corridor.
I would love that. And please, all the artists in town, I'm looking for more artists to do more shows at the restaurant, more charities. And that's the goal, to help the Nevadians and to get more business to everybody here in Vegas.
Okay, that's a wonderful note for us to wrap up on. So, because we all like to contribute and support the arts. So,
absolutely.
Artists, go to www. Did I say too many W's? If I did it, that was the whiskey W. www.therapy.com.
TherapyLV.com.
TherapyLV.com.
We are on Facebook and Instagram and tweet as well.
All righty. Yeah, check them out. Follow them on social media. I'm Christina Keller. I will see everybody next week. We have another special guest, one who's going to talk about the Kennedy assassination. That's So Vegas. See you next week. I'm Christine McKellar with the latest Las Vegas entertainment updates for this week. Jennifer Roma's Summer of Sexy at the Westgate on Paradise launched this week with a pre-show media and VIP event in the Verona Sky Villa on the 29th floor. You can see by the two lovely mermaids, all holes were not put on stop for that VIP party. It's a great show. It's full of sensuality, beauty, and athleticism. Award-winning grand illusionist David Goldrake will make his Las Vegas residency debut this summer at the Tropicana. The magician, known as the International Man of Mystery, will defy the laws of time and physics with his show Imaginarium. Tickets start at $49.98. One of my favorite legendary rock bands, Journey, has returned to the joint at the Hard Rock for a second 9-show residency through May 20th. The group was first formed in 1973 in San Francisco and just recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was just last month. A very interesting new exhibit at the Bellagio Gallery of Fine Art. It's a showcase of the life and legacy of the world's greatest heavyweight boxer, Muhammad Ali. The exhibit explores Ali's 6 core principles of confidence, conviction, dedication, giving, respect, and spirituality. I Am the Greatest Muhammad Ali covers his rise from the Louisville Lip to the greatest of all time. Running through September 30th, the exhibit features unseen video footage, family photos, and rare personal heirlooms. Guests can sit ringside to view clips of Ali's most legendary fights and learn about his more philanthropic endeavors. In recognition of National Travel and Tourism Week, which is May 7th through the 13th, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, LVCVA, will host its annual Travel Rally Day on Tuesday, May 9th from 2 to 3 p.m. in the Fashion Show Great Hall. The free visitor appreciation event, led by former Las Vegas Mayor Oscar Goodman and his showgirls, always brings a smile to my face, will feature performances by the Australian Bee Gees, Boz, Star-Crossed Love, and Vox Vegas, as well as there will be free show tickets, attraction admissions, restaurant, food and beverage offers, and retailer promotional items. For all the latest in foodie tips and tidbits and all concert shows and ticket information, box office numbers and things of that nature, please visit www.vegasonlyentertainment.com. Until next week, I'm Christine McKellar.
1, 2, 3, 4, get my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah.